Today I'm gonna make pineapple jam. First, I cut the pineapples into wedges for easy peeling and cutting. So I remove the core after peeling it. So there you go. It's easy to do it this way rather than peel the whole pineapple and then cut it in wedges. So I cut it first into wedges and then peel off and remove the core, and then after that cut it into small pieces so that it will be easier to process in the immersion blender. I'm gonna use immersion blender for this type because I would like a smooth jam with no big chunks in it. So cutting it in small pieces in preparation for placing it and processing it in the immersion blender. So I prepared 2 pineapples, peel it and cut it into pieces, and then after that placing it into the immersion blender. And I'm putting like a 1/4 cup of lemon juice again. The lemon juice is loaded with pectin, and I have only like 3 tablespoons of pectin left, and I don't think it would be enough for the whole 2 pineapples. So I'm gonna put lemon juice in addition for the pectin. So the pectin will help the jam to settle. So there you go. It's already loaded into the container, and I'm starting to blend it into the immersion blender. Notice I'm having a hard time doing it because there's not enough juice in it. So what I did was I put some more lemon juice, and in fact I also incorporated a little bit of mango juice just to make it juicy, so it will not be difficult to process it with the immersion blender. So all in all, I was able to make like a full container of it, like 2 full container. That's like about 2 quarts of liquid, or shall I say the blended pineapple mixed with a little bit of mango juice and lemon juice. So here I'm showing the materials that I needed for the canning. I prepared 8 half-pint glass ball glasses for jams and jellies. I prepared 8 glasses, and then I have 8 jar lids, and then you can also see the rest of the canning supplies. I have the jar lifter. This time I'm already placing the jars into the steam canner for sterilizing. So sterilize it for like 5 minutes, and the time starts when you see the canner is steaming hot. So when you see the steam, then you start timing it for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, I already placed the liquid into the saucepan. I'm using actually a Dutch oven, a cast iron Dutch oven for this, because it's deep and to avoid splashing. And then there you go. I prepared the butter. I'm gonna use it to put into the jam, because when it starts to boil, you can see a lot of foam in the surface. So putting a little bit of butter will minimize the foaming. See, a lot of foam there. So I'm waiting for that to boil, and then place the sugar. I already incorporated the pectin into the sugar to prevent the clumps. So there you go. Mix it well, and then wait for it to start boiling again. And then I added the butter. The purpose is to prevent or minimize foaming. So there it starts boiling, and you notice the foam disappeared, or at least it's minimized. And then my jar is already done sterilizing. For 5 minutes I also sterilized the lids, and then getting ready for jarring my jams. I use a candy thermometer to measure the temperature of the jams. So right now it's 205 degrees Fahrenheit. When it reaches to 20, I'm gonna turn it off. So there, it's already turned off, and I started already placing it into the jars. So using the canning funnel, so it will be easy to transfer it to the jars. So I noticed there's one big chunk in this jar, which I think I failed to cut during the blending. So that's 2 jars. I have 6 jars more to go. Very careful about placing it into the jar. I did not want any mess, so I use my saucer to catch the drippings, and then after that I debubble using the debubbler to remove the air from the jams, and that will help with the sealing of the jar. And then after that I wipe the lids with you can use just water or vinegar. In this case I moisten the paper towel with vinegar, and I use it for wiping the lids. The purpose is so that the lids will stick, and then I place it into the jar, into the canner, and wait for the steam to appear, and then start timing. So you time it for like 10 minutes, and then after that after 10 minutes you turn it off and let it cool off for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can You can then remove the jars, place it into the trays. This time I'm placing a towel onto my tray to prevent thermal shock, which causes the jars to break. So the jar is so hot, and if you place it in a cold surface, it will crack due to thermal shock. So to prevent that from happening, I am lining my tray with the towel. So there you go. I was able to make 8 half-pint glasses or half-pint jars for my pineapple jams. And then after this, I covered it with a piece of cloth. Again, prevent thermal shock. So the house is cold, you know, it's like the beginning of winter. So I'll cover that and then let it stay overnight, and in the morning I will check. Here we comes, it's the day after or the morning after. I check the jars, see if everything is sealed. So I'm gonna remove the rings. For storage, you remove the rings, so you will see if you know if everything is really sealed. And I'm checking for sealing. So it looks like there's one jar that's not sealed. Oh, this one is good. This is good. This is good. So I separated the jars that is sealed properly. Now this one is also sealed. Checking on this one. Oops, looks like it's not sealed, so I separated it. This one too, it's not sealed. And another one. So out of 8 jars, I have three jars that is not sealed. So I separated that. So I'm gonna process that again. Now to check if the jar is sealed, see, it's the lid, the center of the lid should be concave. Now in this case, it's convex. See, it's bulging in the middle, and then when you press it, it makes sounds. So that means the jar is not sealed and you cannot store it long term. So it needs to be reprocessed. So for the good ones, I labeled it and put the date in.